few weeks ago, I received an email. It was an email from a company called Palladium Boots, essentially asking me to create a short film and take my audience on a journey. Although this was a very undefined brief, of course, I said yes. I want to get a drone shot of me sitting on top of it. I was born with a thirst for adventure. Since I was a child, I constantly had the desire to push myself outside of my comfort zone and set myself unrealistic goals that most people would think are impossible. As I've grown up, this has pushed me to experience some of the most insane and rewarding adventures that I can imagine. The problem with growing up doing these sort of things is that they become addictive, and when you stop for even a small amount of time, the urge to find a new adventure brews inside of you. Recently, this is exactly what has been happening to me. A few things happened in my life that made me decide to slow down, but the urge to continue kept growing until I decided it was time to find a new adventure. This is the story of how me and my friend Ben ended up traveling to one of the most obscure locations in the UK to explore a ship that was abandoned at sea and travelled alone for almost 2 years before washing up on the coast of Ireland. The MV Alta. Built in 1976, first made headlines in September 2018 when the US Coast Guard rescued 10 crew members 1,380 miles southeast of Bermuda. The crew had been stranded for almost 20 days and were running low on food and water after being unable to repair the disabled ship, which ran into trouble whilst travelling from Greece to Haiti. The vessel was spotted again a year later in the middle of the Atlantic by the Royal Navy Ice Patrol ship HMS Protector, who attempted to make contact but were met with no reply. They even made a tweet about how strange the situation was. Fast forward another 10 months. This is when the MV Alta is discovered on the coast of Ireland after being abandoned and crewless almost 2 years ago. The ship made news around the globe. Endless articles and stories all over the internet. The moment I saw these articles, I knew that it was an adventure waiting to happen. But with all good adventures, there's ups and downs, and initially I didn't even know that this boat existed, and it wasn't the first location in our plans. Here's the journey of how a craving for adventure ended up leading us to this ship. Most of my teenage years were spent in the city. It's the place where I seem to find most of my inspiration. It's the place where I feel gives me endless possibilities, whether it's exploring, taking photos, or making films. It never seems to let me down when I feel lost, and it always gives me the feeling that I'm a part of something bigger than myself. As much as I'm a part of this city, sometimes it can become repetitive and pushes me to reach out of my comfort zone and seek new opportunities in unknown locations. This is why I decided that I was going to get out of my comfort zone and travel somewhere different. So the original idea for this film was to try and explore an abandoned sea fort just off the coast of Kent in England. Okay, we made it. That is it, but oh, I don't know about the tide, you know. This was once used as a tower to defend England. We made the journey there, and despite the terrible rain, we still gave it a go. What we didn't expect is how fast the tide comes in. This was something we overlooked, and if we didn't act quickly, the situation could have escalated fast. I'm not gonna lie, there's waves at the fort. It's safe to say that we didn't make it to the fort. The bit that we were just standing at is gone. You cannot see it. Genuinely, this is dangerous. Like, if we would have got out there and then the tide came in, we would not have been able to get back.
We would have to sleep on that.
We would have had to stay. Oh no! It's early. So early. Time is 6 AM right now. Obviously we had that first failure with that attempt at the sea fort and it didn't go well. But the thirst for adventure cannot be broken. Today we have decided that we're gonna go and try and board an abandoned ghost ship that was abandoned in Ireland very recently. We don't know if it's gonna be possible. Yesterday, I spontaneously just booked the flights. It is 6 AM, we're on our way to the airport right now, and we're about to go and fly to Ireland. I've never been to Ireland in my life, and hopefully, we're gonna be able to have a mad adventure. It always is fun whenever we have these spontaneous trips, so yeah, the thirst for adventure continues. So yeah, let's do this. Boys, we're doing it. Mate, it's freezing. Woo! We've arrived. Bro, this is so Irish right now. Look at that. Fucking lighthouse. Let's walk up there a bit, see what we're dealing with, truly, because right now it's a bit crazy. Okay, should we just start walking then?
Yeah.
Alright, let's fucking go.
So we turned up to Ballycon with no idea how far away the ship was or even which direction it was in. With some guesswork and searching through Instagram, we took a guess and we started walking. This hike ended up being 2.5 hours long over cliffs, mud, rain, and snow. We kept pushing through until eventually we saw it.
Oh my god! We have actually made it. We've actually made it. Look at it. Can you see it on the camera?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That is insane. It's just docked up on the side of the fucking mountain. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I see a storm coming in. You see that?
Oh god.
Bruh. Okay, let's go boarding. We've gone from sunlight to full-on snow. This storm is coming. Look at my feet. The boots have done me well, to be fair. We're almost there. We're so close. After what, 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
I think it's round that corner. Just it. We're here. Finally. Oh my god. There's people on it though. I think they're moving stuff off of it. Bro, there it is. There are people on it, so I don't know if we're going to be able to get on. Let's just go up to it and see what they say. That's fucking crazy, bro. Look at that. How is that just... Okay, so wait. This boat has traveled here on its own from the other side of the planet, and it's just chilling. Bro, we have to get on it. We actually have to. We can't have come all this way to not get on it.
Here.
Oh, let's just work out what we've done. This morning we woke up in England, yeah. We got on a flight to Ireland. We got a cab to Ballycotton. We walked for 3.5 hours through mud, fields and cliffs. And now we've got here and we can't get on it.
We have two options.
Yeah.
Option A, we chill around here.
And wait for him to leave.
Wait for him to leave and then go on it. Option 2, We go back to the hotel, put our shit together, and send it at sunrise.
I want to get a drone shot of me sitting on top of it. That's my goal. Bro, it's saying, yeah, at exactly sunrise, it's gonna be clear skies. Look, it's a blizzard. Yo, it's actually a blizzard. Yo, it's actually a blizzard. Oh no. No. We've come all this way, yeah, to be greeted by a blizzard and workers. Ah! If we fail again, we can't. This is getting a bit mad.
We're in a blizzard!
It's not going well. I think he's gone. I'm not even joking, I think he's gone. I think I'm just gonna send it right now. Fuck it. There's no one there, bro. Oh my God. Full-blown snowstorm. And look at what we're doing.
Initially, my first plan was to try and climb down the cliff, sneak over the rocks, climb up the ladder, and avoid all of the workers without them seeing me. I quickly realized that this was not going to be possible. Pretty sure the workers are leaving now. They're climbing down the ladder, which means they're probably going to take their ladder, which means we're probably going to have to use the grapple hook if we do it after they leave. So eventually, after waiting for hours through snowstorms, we saw the workers packing up and decided I would take my grapple hook and give it a go. Quickly realized that the rope we had used for the grapple hook was way too thin to climb. It was extremely risky over the rocks, and I came to the conclusion it was going to be a much harder task than I had expected.
The tide is coming in. I'm gonna get fucking washed away if I don't leave now. This is where parkour comes in handy. Learn parkour. So dodgy as well. Like when it's on, don't know that it's on.
Yeah.
It's like slipping and shit. And it's also like a thin fucking piece of string. How am I gonna climb that? Right. Not gonna lie, this is defeating me. The only other option is sunrise with a ladder. Right, let's call it for today. Fuck this, I'm done.
We were exhausted. Cold and damp, we decided to go back to the hotel and make a plan. But with no ladder and no car, we were pretty much giving up hope. We needed a miracle. Okay. This has been one of the most challenging videos I've ever made. I've never failed this many times at multiple adventures. The grapple hook that I made did not work whatsoever. The wires are too thin. This has been one of the longest days of my life. Our flight is tomorrow at 6 p.m. If we don't have a ladder, we are not getting on this boat, and we don't have a car, so we can't go get a ladder. Now, by the power of social media, we have had a miracle. This kid messaged me. He said, what do you need? I live in Cork. I've messaged him saying we need a ladder. He's got a ladder. He's gonna come here and pick us up, and we're all gonna go and climb onto the ship.
We're all gonna go
for sunrise.
All of us.
He's coming as well.
Okay.
I can't deal with this anymore. But yeah, we'll see you at 5 a.m. And now it is the time that decides all of this trip. If we can't do it now, it's pretty much a write-off. We are making it happen, I don't care. We're getting on that boat. Yeah, Harry, nice to meet you, man,
this kind of adventure. It's 6 AM. We're out here in the middle of Ireland, right next to the ocean. This is the stuff that I live for. If it's coming in, I'm just gonna get down there and see what I can do. So we had made it to the ship with a ladder just before sunrise. We noticed that the tide was very high and you could barely even see the rocks near the boat. After the journey that we had been on, there was no turning back. I picked the ladder up onto my shoulders and made my way over the sketchy rocks in the water. After some struggle, I eventually made it to the ship and I knew that I was close to making it happen. This ended up being so sketchy, even for me. Waves crashing into the rocks, zero flat surface area to place the ladder, and since it was so sketchy, no one was willing to climb over the rocks and help me. I was on a one-man mission. One slip and I would fall into the raging sea and land on the jagged rocks. All I had to do was get one hand on the rope ladder and I knew I would have made it. I slowly started climbing up the ladder, and as I did this, I could feel the ladder slipping from side to side off balance. I reached my hand out and grabbed the rope ladder. It's hard to see, but as I did this, the ladder actually fell to the side from below me, but I managed to get it back in place with my feet. Eventually, I got a proper hold and I knew I had made it. Oh my god, that was a mission. Oh, yes, yes, I made it on. Oh my god, that was fucking scary. That was the sketchiest thing ever. Woo. Oh my god, yes, I made it. I made it! I'm gonna explore this boat quickly because the tide is coming in. I don't want it to sweep away my ladder. Look at this pole that's like fallen down. Gone through all of this. After looking around the ship, I came to the conclusion that most of it had been taken away from the workers. Let's go down into the depths. If you can see any of this, but it's pretty much just completely empty. Although it was pretty empty, that didn't stop it from giving me an extremely eerie sense of fear whilst looking around. Whoa. Oh my god, the sound of the waves is so sketchy. This is so weird. Oh my god. After looking around, I decided that it was time to go to the surface and enjoy the sunrise. The sun is rising, the tide is coming in. I've got to be quick, so the only thing left to do is to climb up to the top and get the drone shots. Woo! Look at this sunrise, man. It just goes to show that when you're faced with obstacles, you only really have two options. You can give up and wonder what might have been, or you can try to find solutions and push through until you reach your goals. Look at this. Yeah, boy. We should be making a daily effort to push ourselves outside of our comfort zone. It can be as small or as big as you can imagine, just as long as you're pushing yourself. From climbing mountains to trying new types of food, no matter how big the achievement is, all that matters is that you're trying. I want to say thank you to Palladium Boots for sponsoring this film, thank you to Ben McLean for helping with production, and thank you to the 2 Irish lads that helped us with the ladder when we needed it most. I hope you enjoyed this new type of content. In 2020, I'm really trying to push myself and see what I can do. If you enjoyed this, please leave a comment below and let me know what you thought. Once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon.